Let me turn this down a little bit. Okay, it stopped on its own. Alright, so let's record a quick video on this. Mine is actually called a Jingleseye 209 for Chevy Camaro, Android radio head unit. And I've seen a lot of comments about people having different issues, whatever, not being able to control your heat and air conditioning and all that. Everything works on mine. I have only one issue with it, and I don't know if it's something that can be fixed through like updates or whatever. I've updated the Android app store on it, and I actually downloaded a different version of the CarLink, CarPlay, and window screening app. But the only issue I've had so far with it is probably just connection issues. It takes a while to connect sometimes. Sometimes it connects right up. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. And it'll lose connection at certain times. And I mean, I don't see anything that warrants it. It just, it'll start looking for the connection again or something. So I don't know if that's something that could be fixed internally, through updates or anything like that. That's what I was trying to do, but it actually works pretty well. Haven't had any other issues like controlling anything. Everything works with the steering wheel. The like I say, the heat and air all works fine. Haven't had any issues as far as anything else other than losing the connection every so often. That's about it. And I think there's a number or something in the actual manual for it, where you can call, I guess, the service desk, and they can give you an update or something for the actual car link that they have in it. Now I went to it in the Android app that's on the actual head unit and updated it, but it didn't seem to help it as much or whatever. And I mean, sometimes it'll just stay on continuously, so I don't know. Just want to give my little review on it. And like far as air conditioning, I'm getting a little toast in here now. I go to there and all my buttons work. For like if I turn it down, that, or I could use the knob here and turn it all the way down to low. Fan, up, down, see that? It's getting cold, the AC is on. Everything works, even the seat warmers and everything like that. All of this stuff works in this radio, man. I don't know. Change it up, down. I don't know why. I mean, I guess it's different versions or different, I guess, manufacturers of this particular radio. But mine is actually called Jingleseye, and that's Jingleseye, and 209. That's what it says on it. I purchased it. I think I paid about $189 for it. But it works great for me, other than the little connection issue, which hopefully I'll get that figured out here. And this is the CarLink app there. It's still linked up, but it'll just redo itself or whatever. So, but yeah, everything works on it. Your back button. I tried to turn the beeping off, but it's no like tone, changing the tone of it or turning it down or anything. It's either off or on, but I'd rather have it on. That way I know when I touch it, it's acknowledging that it's being touched or something. Kind of weird just touching it and not hearing a verification saying, you entered this app or something like that or anything. Like, this is the Wait a minute. I thought I hit the app store. And let's see, refresh. My Wi-Fi must have cut off. I don't have my hotspot on my phone. Yeah, so that's what happened. I'd have to reconnect my Wi-Fi to my car. That's how I downloaded a lot of updated the Android app store and the car link. I just, pulled in my yard or in my garage and hooked to my Wi-Fi in the house and updated the apps that was updatable in the app store. And I mean, it's got a lot of themes and everything, but other than that, it's getting cold in here. Turn this down. See, these even work right. See the fan go down. Door locks. Everything works. Hazard lights. Like I say, man, I had no issues with it. The defrost worked. Everything works properly like it's supposed to. And even the connection, when it's working, I mean, I don't have any issue with it. Nice sound to it. Had to turn the loud off because, it's pretty bassy. It's got an equalizer in it, though. You can adjust everything or whatever. I'm just now pretty much playing with all the settings and everything like that. Now, when I first installed it, I had an issue with the fitment up here because the factory head deck has 3 clamps there, and they're they're plastic. This particular head unit only utilizes 2 of the clamp placements, but the plastic clamps that come with the factory on the original head unit, they have the head unit has a slot in it for those plastic clips to hold on to it and then insert into the dash. These don't have that slot in the plastic, so I tried to change them out with some metal ones and use the metal ones to do it because the metal ones grab the back of this head unit, but they didn't quite fit the dash well and the radio would pop back out. I've since fixed that. Of course, you got the screws at the bottom you put in after you remove your gauge cluster here. Once you put them in pretty tight, I recommend using the plastic clips that comes off of the old or the factory head unit. Use those plastic clips, put them on here. And like I say, you only have one here and then one here, not one in the middle, so that kind of hurts it a little bit. But once I put those plastic clips on and put these in first, and then like buckled the bottom down with those 2 7-meter bolts that go at the very bottom of here. I wish they would have had something where you could have utilized the 7 mils that went on the side as well. That would have made it more stable, but it's in there now. It hadn't popped back out at all. I've driven it around, went over some tracks, everything, just to make sure it was gonna be sturdy and all. But yeah, it turned out real nice, man. I have no issues with it, and I just wanted to say that and make my own little video of it, my take on it, because I have seen a lot of one guy complained about how he hooked the radio up and it changed all this lettering and everything, the Chinese and all that, and it did mine too. When I hooked it up for the first time, I think the door open was written in Chinese up there, so I couldn't really understand what that was, but I figured out how to go into the user settings and go to the language and all that stuff. You just put it on your preferred language and everything changed right back. So now when you open the door, unlock. Now when you open the door, well, it's not changing there, but it shows on here the door is open. It'll say door open or trunk open or hood open in English instead of Chinese. But either way, yeah, for what I paid for it, I think it's a damn good bargain. That's just me personally. Nice big screen. I wish I'm almost like wishing I would have went a little smaller. That way the fitment probably would have been better in there. But I mean, it's in there, and it ain't coming out. Fits nice right up against there and everything. So I'm happy with it. It's a lot to look at. You know, I got infotainment screens and, you know, like my 2020 Blazer. I even added one to my Avalanche. It's a Enon Android system head unit for, I think it's like '07 Tahoes and Silverados to 13 or something like that or whatever. But I'll make a video on that one as well. That one actually works very well. And the reason for these upgrades with these head units and stuff, man, see the cigarette lighters and stuff, man, they all work and everything. I just don't like, you know, the little Bluetooth thing you can hook there and stick a cord in. I don't like cords running all over my vehicles and stuff. So for a more cleaner look and an updated thing, you know, I can watch videos on here now and all that good stuff, you know. So, which I don't do that while I'm driving. I really just wanted it to be cordless, you know, where I can just jump in, it automatically hooks to my phone. I go from this car to my truck or to my Chevy Blazer, and, you know, never have to change the setting or anything. It just hooks right up automatically. CarPlay, Android Auto, all of that stuff. I usually keep it on the map settings. So, and like right now, it's, well, yeah, so it's gonna be part 2 of it. But anyway, it's gonna be long. This turned out pretty good. It turned out better than what I've seen some other ones turn out. And with that being said, I'm gonna close this out because I guess I recorded past my limit. So now I'm gonna have to stick this video to the next video. And y'all have a good one, YouTube.